Anjan Shalakaya, Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale. Swayamrupa Pratamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karna Sindhu Deembandhu Jagatpate. Rupesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kantha Namastite. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Shubhanuste Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advait Gadadhar Shri Sadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for coming. Chapter 10 today. So we are more than half done then. Vibhuti Yoga, the opulence of the absolute. So we're going to learn about the opulences of Krishna today. Pay our obeisances to them so that we can serve them nicely. This is what we did yesterday, chapter 9, confidential knowledge, the most confidential knowledge. Bhagavad-Acharya Jnana, what is so special about the knowledge about Krishna? That this is the king of all education and it is the most secret, 9.1 to 9.0. Then what were the ways to approach Krishna? 11 to 25, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, and sweetness of exclusive devotion, 26 to 34. What happens to the person who worship Krishna exclusively? And what happens to the person who worship other, not Krishna, but someone else? What is their destination? Everything is revealed. This is today. Krishna is unknowable and Krishna is the source of all. He's a source, but we can't know him completely. 1 to 7 verse. Name vidhusura ganaha. Pure bhakti, essence of Bhagavad Gita. So pure bhakti, the essence of Bhagavad Gita, 8 to 11th verse is called Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita. The 4 verses which actually tell us the essence of what Bhagavad Gita is about. Mat chitta, mat gata prana. Arjuna, after hearing about the first 2 topics, again surrenders to Krishna and offers prayers and accepts Krishna's supreme position. Sarvam edam ritam manye. And Krishna and Arjuna request Krishna to show him, tell him about his different opulences, so that Arjuna can go on meditating upon Krishna in his different opulences. So Krishna describes 82 opulences. He says, I have so many. I'm just going to describe to you the most prominent ones. So I apologize. Lord Krishna describes his vibhutis. Divya hi atma vibhutyaha, 19 to 42, where we will have a little quiz time. So if you remember, as you're non-envious of me, I'm going to reveal to you the most confidential and the king of all knowledge, knowing which you will be relieved from all material miseries. Now, this chapter also begins with a similar thing. First verse, the Supreme Lord said, "My dear friend, mighty Arjuna, listen again to my supreme word, which I shall impart to you for your benefit and which will give you great joy." So first he said you will be relieved from all material miseries, and now he's saying you will be situated in great joy. Hearing about Krishna is so powerful. Nothing else in the whole world is so powerful. We can go on hearing about Krishna. It doesn't grow old. Like the material sound vibration. Material sound vibration means where there is no talk about Krishna. If we add Krishna in that sound vibration, it is no more material. Of course, from the lips of a pure devotee, it cannot be a person who is earning his livelihood and is not a devotee in the real life. The words about Krishna actually bring real joy. Real joy means that it should not end. It should go on increasing. The more we hear, the more happy we become. But what happens in sound vibration without Krishna? It grows old. It gets boring with the time. How much can we hear? Somebody hears a movie song. How much can they hear? 10 times, 15 times, but at some point, actually, it is heard from the lips of a pure devotee. Prabhupada says that very specifically. Because if it is not heard from the lips of a devotee of Krishna, pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, then it will be like milk touched with the lips of a serpent. Milk is pure, but when the serpent, venomous serpent goes and touches it, it becomes poisonous. So it will not have that effect. The person will not change. The lifestyle will not change. But if it is making a difference in one's life, hearing sound vibration about Krishna, Krishna's vibhutis, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's devotees, then the lifestyle of the person will change. Actually, this is a very deep verse. This is very much related to third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 26th chapter, where the creation of the universe is described. It is not such a superficial verse. In the creation of the universe, the first thing that comes into creation, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, is sound vibration in the medium of ether. The sound vibration in the medium of ether is the reason for the creation of the entire universe. So Brahma heard the sound in the ether, tapaha, like do tapasya, right? So like that, there is sound vibration in everything. Because of that particular incident, there is sound vibration in everything. If we break up anything, living or dead, into atomic particles, and we study that atom, there are particles of atom which are vibrating, which are making sound. We cannot hear it, but that doesn't mean that it is not there. It is there, uh, but we are deaf to it. So actually, we do an exercise on this verse. Maybe can you remind me at the end, my admins? Um we did that in the temple, and I think I did one with one of the batches also. One exercise that whatever we are doing in our life is actually based on what we have heard within our mind or from other people, family, society, world. We are hearing constantly. We want to hear the news. We want to hear other people talk. We want to hear how many corona cases are going on, vaccine is out or not. Everything is based on the sound. So it is very, very important that we hear about Krishna. Why should we hear about Krishna? First is Krishna says material misery will be gone. Then he says it will give you great joy. Then what are the other benefits of hearing about Krishna? Very quickly tell me so I can go to the next verse. Otherwise, if one is not understanding why they are hearing about Krishna, it's not going to have much of an effect. Can you give me some reasons why we should hear about Krishna? Please raise your hand. Savita Goyal Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, if we want to be happy in our life, then the first thing which we need is peace. Without peace, there is no happiness. And when we hear about Krishna, it at least gives us, peace at very first. And then, yeah, we will get, uh, actually, we will get, actually, we have so many attachment in life. So to get peace is very much, hard to find. So when we hear about Krishna, it gives us peace, and we learn how we can detach with the things. With so many things we have attachment. So yeah, this is the thing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Yes, Swati.
Yeah, Krishna teaches us how to face the situations which which we are going through, and how to stand alone in the world, and how to be brave, and how to struggle. I think in that way,
How to
Mataji.
struggle?
How
Okay,
to
thank
struggle, and how to struggle and stand on your own feet.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Yes,
Thank you.
Usha Parekh Mataji. I can't hear you. Manisha Sachin Mataji. Mataji, you can unmute yourself. Manisha Sachin Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
You raised your hand.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think knowing and hearing more and more about Sri Krishna, we try to reach the path of moksha, trying to be free from this cycle of birth and death. It is only by knowing about Sri Krishna, hearing about him, can we reach that, is what I feel.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Gayatri Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji. Actually, hearing about Krishna, we will self-realize about ourselves, like who we are, where we come from. We get that intuition.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So, everyone. So, yes, hearing about Krishna has effects of relieving oneself from the birth and death cycle. Right? He says also, Janma karma chame divyam, yo janati tatvatah. Tatya deham punarjanma neti mameti savarjuna. So, one who understands Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's appearance and disappearance, does not come back to this material world again. I don't know about how to struggle. I don't know because Krishna says Mrityu Sansara, Mrityu Sansara's. I'm forgetting the last word, but it means that he picks us up from this struggle of existence. We don't have to be inside this ocean and struggling. Just picks us up. Okay, Vibha, you can chant, please. Name Vidhu Suragaraha.
नामि विधुसुरगणा प्रभवं नामहर्षया अहम् अधिर्हि देवानां महर्षिणां च सर्वशः.
Thank you so much. So nice. So neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and the sages. He who knows me as unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme lord of the worlds, he undeluded among men is freed from all sins. So Krishna made all the host of demigods, great sages, but he knows their origin, but they don't really know who Krishna is. Krishna is so powerful that they really don't know who Krishna is. They cannot understand, even if, and they are very pious. All of them are very, very pious living entities, but still they cannot understand. Actually, it is not difficult to understand why they don't understand Krishna. For us to understand our own parents or grandparents or elders is not possible. We cannot really understand our own parents' life completely. Even though they may be telling, even though we may be hearing, but it is still hard to completely understand their life because we never lived their life. So, like that, Krishna is going to speak about himself. This question is asked very commonly, that why is Krishna speaking about himself? Why someone else or Arjuna is not talking about Krishna? Why Krishna himself has to talk about all his opulences? Well, because no one really knows him. He has to talk about himself because no one really would understand how he is what he is. So his position is very exclusive, actually. So he only has to talk about himself. It's not that he's proud. Even though he's proud, it's fine because he deserves it. But and it will be a absolute proud, not like because his position is exclusive. There is no one who is going to ever be Krishna or replace him ever. He remains the supreme personality of Godhead under any circumstances. Um, but he still is very compassionate and talks about himself because he knows that there is no one else who can really talk about himself. But then he says that he who actually understands me or knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme lord of all worlds. So people ask, like, what is the origin of Krishna? Krishna is the origin of everything else. What is his origin? Krishna is saying here, I am beginningless. Don't lock me up in any time factor. Krishna is God. Prabhupada says we cannot understand Krishna just by our mental speculation or use of our little bit of a brain power. It's not possible. Krishna cannot be locked inside any time factor. Like we are locked, his body is locked up, past, present, and future, and then no more. Right? So, but Krishna, we cannot lock him up in any designation, in any time factor, in any status, nothing. Nothing, because he's Krishna. But who will understand that? Who will be convinced with this power of Krishna? Who is freed from all sins. Yesterday I discussed a little bit, right, that the sinful reactions are of four types. One for which we are suffering right now, Phalanmukha. Then for other one is a reaction which is going to come very soon, which is called Prarambha. And then Kutam and Bijam, for which we have to suffer later, maybe next life or maybe lives, couple of lives down the lane. But one who is freed from all these sins will be convinced. Krishna will give that intelligence. The seven great sages, and before them the four other great sages, and the Manus, progenitor of mankind, are born out of my mind, and all creatures in this planet descend from them. So this is the result of Krishna's mind, all these devotees. Now, who will tell this? Only he can tell this. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mamayo veti tatvataha. So avikalpena yogena yujyate natra sanshaya na atra sanshaya. Not even a little bit of a doubt is there. He who knows in truth this glory and power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. So we are actually going to the essence of Bhagavad Gita now. Knowing Krishna, oh, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna, you are so great. Krishna, you are superior. Krishna, there is no reason for you. You are beginningless. We have a reason. We have an origin. We can trace out. But for you, it is not okay. Understanding is okay. But what is the symptom of a person who has understood it? That particular devotee will be engaged in unalloyed devotion service. You see, devotional service is of many kinds, but Krishna wants unalloyed devotion service. Each and every word is powerful. Unalloyed means that it is not dependent on anything and it will not be interrupted by anything. Oh, I'm feeling sick today. I am now going to chant Hare Krishna. No. A devotee is not going to be dependent on the ordinary course of activities to execute their Krishna consciousness. A devotee is fixed. Oh, this particular person bothered me today. It's very hard to chant Krishna. It's more reason to depend on Krishna, because now we are realizing there is so much misery. Oh, coronavirus has come. I'm very busy in looking at the news. How many people are infected? How many are dying? What are the ages that are getting infected? How is this virus affecting? So many questions we are answering, right? So many questions we have. So, but Prabhupada said, we may go on answering these questions. First of all, the questions will never get over. Second, my life will get over. Third, I will not attain the goal of my life. I'll not attain the goal of my life if I'm not reading the Shastras or chanting Hare Krishna. And it is something which is revealed in the Shastras. Bhagavatam says, Dvipad Pashu. And it also says, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Prabhupada sings, Manushya Janama Paya, Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya, Janiya Shunya Vishav Khaya. So Manushya Janama Paya, a living entity having obtained the human form of life, Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya, did not sing the glories of Radha and Krishna. It means that we did not invest our time in understanding who I am really and what is my relation with Krishna. Janiya Shunya Vishav Khaya, knowingly drank the poison. We condemn people who commit suicide, or actually they themselves are like forced to commit suicide sometimes. But this is also a suicide. A person who is not understanding the Shastras, they're there. Some people don't open it because they think it's too much for them. Some people don't open it because they think that it's not the right time in their life. Some people don't open it out of fear also. There is a fear as well that, oh, that person is bhakti, but that fear is okay. Bhakti, that person is so much ahead of me. I have lost so much time in my life. Now I will start. What will I understand? So let me not open. No, no, no. Krishna is in the heart. Each one of us have a personal accountability of surrendering to Krishna at any status of life. Okay, if I am sincere, Krishna will take care. But if I am sitting with all these doubts and not clearing it with someone else, then I am losing my time. It's an emergency to surrender to Krishna is not a choice actually. So what is happening in this painting? What is happening here? What is this picture? Yes, very quickly, because then I want to go to a sense of Bhagavad Gita. I am audible, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Uma Kanan Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. This is when Krishna and Balram they enter Mathura.
Ah, yes, thank you so much. Yes, Rachuri, Prabhu.
I wanted to tell the same thing. Okay, it is Krishna Balaram coming into Mathura to meet Kamsa, their maternal uncle. But Mataji, what was the previous slide that picture denoting to?
The seven.
No, the previous one. Was it Devaki or was it?
Oh, that one. Yes, that was Devaki. Sorry, this one is Devaki in the prison of Kansa, and when she was carrying Krishna, then all the demigods were coming and paying obeisances to her. This is a very nice sight. She would see shadows of the demigods. Beings are not supposed to see the demigods; they cannot. But Krishna was playing a trick. She would see shadows of the demigods, and she would be like, "Who?" So she'll tell Vasudev that I think celestial beings are coming here. So that is this one. Okay, the 10th kind of Okay, yes, this is Krishna and very attractive to every. Our attraction is actually in Krishna. We're looking here and there, but Krishna is the object of attraction. He's so attractive. Then the whole city, whatever they were doing, they stopped doing, and they all started looking at Krishna. They could not understand who is Krishna. Some people could understand, but not all. But they were just attractive. Vyasdev also takes into account the ladies who were standing on the rooftops or terrace of their houses. They're also seeing. The animals are also awestruck. They were also looking at Krishna. People who are on the hill, they could see Krishna. Krishna is magical. Even if they're standing so far, they see Krishna very nicely. It's a similar pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was a small boy, like 7-year-old or 6-year-old, his mother Sachimata once told him to go and call his brother Vishwarupa for breakfast. So Vishwarupa, his brother, he used to go to Advaita Acharya's Bhagavatam class every morning. So Advaita Acharya used to give Bhagavatam discourses, and whole city used to come to hear him. So he went there, and he went with a, you know how small babies sometimes they have, not babies, but small children have the blanket, and he was sucking his thumb and blanket. He's just like, he entered the arena, and everybody stopped doing what they were doing, and everybody like started looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They could not understand why they are looking at him. What is so attractive about him? Similarly, everybody, the whole city is sitting there, but Krishna is so magical that he can expand himself, and people can see him. Like everybody can see the sun in the sky, even though the whole country is so populated, but everyone can see, right? But that is how Krishna is. And now starts the essence of Vedanta Sutra 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.11. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material world. All. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So this is called Sambandha. Sambandha means relationship. Relationship means what is the relationship? Krishna and the living entities. What is the relationship? Krishna is the creator and we are created. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So the relationship is here. Everything is here. And so Abhidaya, now starts the Abhidaya. Mat chitta mat gata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantas chamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are surrendered to me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me. So 10.8 also started with Abhidaya. Abhidaya means what is the activity of relationship. Okay, let's say that I am a part and parcel of Krishna, but what is my activity in that relation? That the devotee is engaged in devotional service with all the heart, and also is always thinking about Krishna, and Krishna is also thinking about his devotees. And the lives of the devotees, pure devotees, are surrendered to Krishna. The whole life is surrendered to Krishna. We don't see anything else other than Krishna. This is Srila Prabhupada. If you study the life of Prabhupada, there is nothing else. They derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me. You hear Prabhupada, hear his sound vibration. He is fully realized. When you hear the Acharya, it goes through the medium of the ear to the heart and purifies. So I'm going to play this.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Everyone is going mad. The crowd is going wild. When Prabhupada used to dance, they would go wild. What is so attractive about it? That is so attractive that he's a pure devotee. He has no other desire than to give pure Krishna consciousness. His own life is also like that. Not that it is just to give to other people, but he is also practicing what he is preaching. That dance that he was doing with hands raised in the sky and jumping is called Swami dance, very famous in ISKCON. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. I find this verse very inspiring. Um, so this is also avidya, the exchange of relationship that devotees who are worship to me. No, this is prayojan actually. Uh, they 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 worship me. The devotees who are surrendered to me, they worship me with all their hearts, and their life is dedicated for me, and they derive great bliss in enlightening each other about me. Okay, and then what happens that they may think, the devotee may think, like I was raising this question few minutes ago. Somebody may think, oh my God, such a life, my life has gone now. What will I do? No, no, no. Krishna says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam ye namam upayantite. Wherever one is situated, wherever, whatever stage of life one is in, do it. Just surrender to Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, because Krishna is giving assurance. I give the understanding by which they can come to me. I give the understanding. Krishna gives. So when Krishna is taking the guarantee, we should not doubt. We have a choice. Either we want to live in the fear of the mind, or just go ahead and just take it with a stroll and just do it. Okay, anyway, we are doing so many things. Why not this? That is prayojan. Prayojan means goal of a relationship. Tesham evanukam partham aham agna jam tamaha nashyami atma bhavastho jnana deepe na bhashvataha. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So Krishna himself take the charge. If Krishna is helping the devotee also, we are not alone in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Problem happens when the person feels alone. Of course, we need each other's association of the devotees, discourses where we can talk about Krishna freely, because it's not everybody is. Sometimes we have to hide our devotion or devotional life from people because they're not ready. They won't understand. Like you all are coming 10 days straight to hear about Krishna. We're talking about nothing else but Krishna in different ways. But somebody may tell you, why are you going there? Are you depressed because of coronavirus? Have you gotten depressed? Are you this? No, doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Don't even like buy into the judgments and assessments of other people. You're coming just because somehow Krishna is inspiring us. So we should be thankful. Krishna, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity in whatever form. Even if you have come now in front of me in the form of fear, in the form of death, it's fine, because I'm using this time to surrender to you. It's fine. Really, it's fine, because there is nothing inauspicious in the kingdom of God. I am not saying that we were waiting for a suffering to come and talk about Krishna. But Krishna sometimes does this so that everybody becomes aware of what is really important in life. Okay, so these are the three things: Sambandha, Abhidaya, Prayojan. I remember it as SAP. Sambandha is aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual material world. So Krishna is the creator, I am created. And Abhidaya is that if I am created by Krishna, then my natural Abhidaya or activity is to surrender to Krishna in devotion and to derive great bliss in enlightening each other and surrender my life to Him. And then Prayojan. Prayojan is the goal of the relationship, which is for a living entity to go back to Krishna. And Krishna himself is worried. There is a book, Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Brihad Bhagavatamrita, uh, Vrindavan Das Thakur. I think Vrindavan Das Thakur is the author. That book is talks about a devotee, a friend of Krishna, Gopa, him going back to the spiritual world. How Krishna is welcoming that. But we think we are nothing, but actually we are very important for Krishna. So that devotee, when he goes back to Goloka Vrindavan, it is described that Krishna is waiting on the door, that he's going to come. Krishna himself, Krishna has many devotees, but he's waiting for this devotee on the gate of Goloka Vrindavan, that this friend of mine is finally going to enter back. And the minute he enters, they both hug each other and they both are crying that, where have you been? Krishna says, where have you been? I have been waiting so patiently. Actually, we at some point in the life, some people or most of the people do think, what is the importance of my life? Where do I belong? So a living entity, belonging is very important. Even psychologically, if we don't have a belonging to a particular family or society or nation, then the life becomes dry and worthless. But a devotee understands, I belong to Krishna. Through Krishna, I belong to the entire universe. That is Prabhupada. He was not restricting himself to a particular tract of land to give Krishna consciousness. He was traveling. Man, he was traveling, he was charged. It was very difficult to keep up with Prabhupada. My Guru Maharaj is Prabhupada's disciple. He said, Prabhupada, let's say there's one incident. Let's say that we have to, he said, we have to go out with Prabhupada somewhere. And Prabhupada gives the time. This is the time we are going to leave. And some devotees are thinking, okay, let me just, chant my Gayatri and let me do this. Prabhupada will chant his Gayatri. He will not wait for anybody else. He would just like shoot out of the house or temple, like completely. Everybody else is just has to follow him. He'll not wait because he's not gonna sit and stand and then wait that, okay, now you finish now. No. He's completely detached, at the same time attached to the service of Krishna. That is the kind of person we need. So when Krishna talks about this essence of Bhagavad Gita, that see, Arjuna, this is my relationship with you, this is my activity with you, and this is the prayojan, Arjuna surrenders to Krishna. He becomes aesthetic. Vibha, you want to chant this prayer? We must
Yes,
memorize it.
Mataji. अर्जुन उवाच परं ब्रह्म परं धाम पवित्रं परमां भवं पुरुषं शाश्वतं दिव्यम् अधिदेवम् अजं विभुम् अहुस्त्वां रहस्य सर्वे नरदास्तथा अशितो देवलो व्यास स्वयं चैव ब्रवीषिमि.
Pravishime, thank you. Arjuna said, you are the supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth, and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all pervading beauty. All the great sages, such as Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, proclaimed this of you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. So he offers prayers to Krishna. Krishna, you are the supreme, you are the most purifier, you are the original personality of Godhead. But somebody may say that Arjuna is friends with Krishna, and sometimes a friend likes to glorify another friend. But no. He's giving evidence, not just me, but great sages like Narada, Asada, Devala, and Vyasa are also saying the same thing. So he's giving reference. That is the way of uh, cultivating one's own Krishna consciousness. Now he's gonna say that please tell me more about yourself. Please tell me more opulences. Sarvam etam ritam mane yan mam vadashi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana danavaha. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the gods nor demons, O Lord, know thy personality. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own potencies, O origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, O supreme person, Lord of the universe. So is it ecstasy's choice of words? Krishna is called Uttama Shloki. Why? Because Krishna has offered prayers with the choicest of words. Choicest. The words itself become available that, okay, use me for service of Krishna. So Arjuna is saying, how should I meditate on you? In what various forms are you to be contemplated, O blessed Lord? Tell me again in detail, O Janardana, Krishna, of your mighty potencies and glories, for I never tire of hearing about your ambrosial words. See, he's never tired. The blessed Lord said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless. So he's gonna tell that he's gonna tell that where we can meditate on Krishna, because Rupa Goswami Prabhupada gives this principle of remembering Krishna. He says, let's say there is a mother, and the mother is washing clothes of the baby, her baby. So she looks at the cloth of the baby. She looks at the dress, the socks, the shirt, or so she immediately thinks of the child. The child is not there, just the cloth is there. But the minute she sees, she's overwhelmed with love for her own child just by looking at the cloth. Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says this in Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So similarly, when we look at these opulences of Krishna, like that mother immediately gets overwhelmed with her love for her child, we also must practice getting falling in love with Krishna, looking at the opulences of Krishna. Oh, Krishna, you're so great. Okay, this is going to be a little bit, sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's fun. Please tell me when I ask you, you all can unmute. What is what? So tell me what is.
Lord Indra.
Very nice.
Shiva.
Who is this?
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva.
Narayanan. Narayanan.
Uchashreya.
Who is this?
Brahma.
Brahma.
Chaturmukha Brahma.
Buddha.
Kalkiyo. Kalki. Buddhar.
Lord Buddha.
Rama.
Srirama. Srirama. Sriram. Jai Sriram.
Anjaneya.
Parijatam.
Kamadhenu.
Arjuna. Parsuram.
Yes.
Prahlada. Garuna.
Kadva.
Matsya Avatar.
Matsya.
Okay, who is
Muruga.
Subramanya.
Vasuki.
Kalinga.
control?
Yamana. Yamadharma.
This is who is
Narsimha.
who is
Kubera. Lord Kubera.
Kuvera? Lying down on the Ananta Shekha.
Vishnu Bhagwan.
This mantra?
Krishna. Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Indra.
I always fall short of this. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So these are the, okay, so now Krishna is going to describe opulences. We made a table. You all can go back and read the chapter. So among all the Adityas, Krishna says, I am Vishnu. Among all sources of light, Krishna says, I am the sun. Among all the Maruts, he says, I am the Marichi. Among the stars, the moon is a star. Krishna says, I am star. Among all the Vedas, Krishna says, I am Samaveda. Krishna says, I am Indra. These are most prominent. It's not that all other Vedas are not Krishna. Yes, they are, but most prominent is Sama. Demigods, he is the chief of demigod Indra. Among all the senses, Krishna says, I'm the mind. The deity controlling the mind is Aniruddha. Among the living forces, I am the life force. Among the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Among Yakshas, Rakshasas, Kuvera. Among the priests, I am Brahaspati. Among all the generals, I am Skanda. Among the bodies of water, I am ocean. Among the sages, I am Bhrigumuni. Among all the sound vibrations, I am the vibration Om. Among chanting of the holy name or japa, among all the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name. Among all immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Among all the trees, I represent holy fig or Ashwatha, which we will study in 15th chapter. Among all the sages of demigods, I am Narada. Among singers of demigods, I am Chitraratha. Among perfected beings, Kapila. Horses, Ucheshrava. Among lordly elephants, Eravat. So Krishna is in all living entities. He's not just present in human beings. I told you we cannot lock Krishna up. Among the men, I am the monarch. Among all the weapons, I am Vajra, thunderbolt. Among all the cows, I am Surabhi. Among all the procreators, I am Kandarpa. So like that, he goes on. Among the serpents, I'm Vasuki. Among the snakes, I'm Ananta. Among the aquatic deities, I'm Varuna. Among the departed ancestors, I represent Aryama. Among the dispensers of law, Yama. Among the Daitya demon, Prahlad. Among the subduers, thing that kills, I represent time. Among all the beasts, I am the lion. Among all the birds, I am the Garuda. Among all the purifiers, I am the wind. Wielders of weapon, I represent Lord Rama. Among all the fishes, I represent shark. Among all the flowing rivers, I am Ganges. In the creation, I am the beginning, middle, and end. Among the sciences, I am the perfect theistic science of the cells. Among the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Among letters, I am among the compound words, I am the dual compound, Dvanda Samasha. Among the creators, I am Brahma. Okay, all devouring death and generators of all yet to be. So I am the death and I am also the generator. Among women, I am these 7 things: fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, faithfulness, and patience. Among all the hymns, I am Brihadsama. Among the poetry, I am Gayatri. Among the months, I am Margashira, means November and December. So we are in the month that represents Krishna. And Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita in the month of December. This year, Gita Jayanti is on 25th December. Among all the seasons, I am the spring, flower bearing. Among the cheats, I am the gambling. Among the splendid, I am splendor. I am victory, I am adventure. Among the strong, I am strength. Among descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudev. Among Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Among sages, I am Vyasa. Thinkers, I am Ushana. Among the punishments, I am the rod of chastisement. Among the victory seekers, I am morality. Of the secrets, I am silence. Of the wise, I am the wisdom. Krishna is everywhere. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or unmoving, that can exist without me. Nothing can exist without Krishna. Whether we realize it or don't realize it, that is a separate thing. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Actually, Krishna himself does not know how many opulences he has. Okay, so Krishna, no. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam shrimad urjitam eva va tat tad eva gachatvam mama tejo amsha sambhavam. Know that all beautiful, glorious, and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. You know, Krishna is just like spark of his splendor. He doesn't need to dedicate his life to build one business. Like material world, we have to do like that, and then earn money, and then become famous, and then die. Krishna is not like that. Okay. So athava bahune tena kim gyatena tav Arjuna vishtabhyam idam kritsam ekam shrena sthito jagat. This is so nice. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Single fragment in the form of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Shridaksha Vishnu, everything. So this is this chapter, that Krishna is unknowable and is source of all. Krishna is unknowable. We cannot know Krishna unless and until Krishna takes the trouble and tells about himself. And this is described in verse 1 to 7. Name vidhu sura ganaha. Then pure bhakti, the Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita. Sambandha Abhidaya Prayojan. It will be again described. Sambandha Abhidaya Prayojan will again be discussed in 15th chapter, 17th chapter. It's going to come again. 8th to 11th verse. Mat chitta mat gada prana. Then Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position. 12 to 18 verse. Sarvam etam ritam mane. He says, right? Param brahma, param dhamma, pavitram param bhavam. That's verse 12 and 13. Lord Krishna describes his vibhutis. Okay, Arjuna, you want to meditate on me in my opulences? Here you go. So 82 opulences he describes. 19 to 42 verse. Divyahi atma vibhutayaha. Okay, so we all can remember Krishna. Every day we are drinking water. Every day, so many times a day, we are looking at moon or sun. And we are working with our own intelligence. Srila Prabhupada, I was hearing once, he said, when a person is writing, the memory is working. Where is it coming from? The intelligence to write, the memory to think. We can immediately think, thank you, Krishna, you gave it to me. Okay, I just want to show a very short skit of Srila Prabhupada.
Chanting Hare Krishna, we may not understand what is meaning of Hare Krishna, but still, because it is transcendental sound, it is auspicious. Wherever you chant Hare Krishna, they may hear or they may not hear, it is auspicious for them. So we are sending our men for street Sankirtan. It doesn't matter whether people are eager to hear it or not, but it is auspicious. It will create an atmosphere which is very, very congenial to the human society. That should be our principle. Not that because we are chanting, nobody is taking care, we shall not be disappointed. This Sankirtan movement is so nice. Simply by chanting, the vibration will create an auspicious atmosphere. Very honest people. Now you can practically see those who are old members. So I began in this New York, in that storefront, simply by chanting. So I did not bribe you American boys and girls to come after me. The only asset was chant. That Tompkinson, this Brahmananda Swami, he first came to dance with my chant. He and Achyutananda. That was the first dancing of our Krishna conscious movement. Yes. And I had no mridangas. That was a, what is that? Drum, little drum. So I was chanting Hare Krishna from 2 to 5, 3 hours. And so many boys and girls were coming and joining. And there was first photograph in the Times, New York Times. They appreciated. And people also appreciated. So this chanting, the beginning was only chanting. There was nothing more. At that time there was no program of prasad distribution. That later on it came. So we should always be confident that this chanting is not a vibration of this material world. This is not vibration of material. Narottam Das Thakur says, Golokera Prema Dhana Hari Nama Sankir. It is imported from the spiritual world.
So nice, right? I do want to do the exercise with all of you, that sound vibration. But maybe we can break down the rooms for 5 minutes. So Kartik Prabhu, Sita Mataji, Kalavati Mataji, for 5 minutes, I will bring everyone back.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Kartik Prabhu, Sita Mataji, and Kalavati Mataji. So I'm opening up the rooms.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mata. Yes, you can go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. In Kurukshetra, after Kurukshetra, Gandhari curse Krishna, saying that you will also die in the end after your family gets killed. Okay. And in the end, Krishna goes to the forest and gets killed by hunter. So this is from my opinion. Does Krishna going for a suicide like act?
No, actually, see, like Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, so no one can give any curse to him, nor that will work actually. So, and also he does not have he does not have any birth nor death. He's apart like.
Eternal.
Yeah, he is eternal. From all these things, he is not untouched by the birth and death. So he is not a human being, first of all, like us. So only human body can have a death and birth. So his body is not made up of Panjabhutas. It is Pancha Shakti Maya. So it is a transcendental form. So that nobody else have actually. So whatever happened, Gandhari has given that curse. She was very angry because her sons were killed in the war. So that's why she gave that curse, but it won't work against Krishna. It was Krishna who accepted. Okay, you are giving me a curse. That's fine. You are my devotee. Whatever you say, I'll accept. So it is his wish whether he want to accept or not. And Jara, who is the hunter who has been told his arrow that has been shot in his in Krishna's feet, no. So he is not getting killed and all. He cannot be killed by anyone. So he take that as a reason to go back to his abode, Vaikunta or Goloka. That's all. It is a vyaja. So nobody can kill him or he is untouchable. His body cannot be touched by anything. Just like our Atma, it is untouchable by any weapon. It cannot be wet by water. It cannot be burnt by fire. So similarly, so we are part and parcel of Krishna. So Krishna is Krishna is the same actually. Like from him only we all emerged, right? We were living along with Krishna in his abode, Vaikunta or Goloka. So we got separated and we came. So his qualities only we also have. We means I'm saying the Atma, the soul.
Okay. And similarly for Ram also you are telling, right?
Sri Ram is also the incarnation, right? So all his incarnations, he himself is the incarnation, right? Krishna himself is himself. So all these human rules and regulations won't apply for him. Actually, it is just for the reason he want to go back to his own place. He's doing all these things just for the reason. It is only a reason. Yeah.
So he doesn't have a birth and death.
No, he
right?
doesn't have any birth. And these kind of cycles, it has been happening so many kalpas. One kalpa is Brahma's one day, like the morning to evening. That time is one kalpa actually. Within one kalpa, 4 yugas get over. The Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, it gets over. In every Dwapara Yuga, Krishna comes. In every Satya Yuga, he comes, he takes the incarnation. So how can he have a birth and death, first of all? He is not a human being at all, actually. He is the God.
Okay, thank you.
Shri Priya Mataji, you want to ask a question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
SAP, S stands for Sambandha, relationship. A stands for Abhidaya and P for Pariyojana. What does Abhidaya exactly mean?
Sambandha means it is the relationship, Mataji, like relationship. Yeah, Sambandha, you know, right? Sambandha means relationship. And Prayojana is the ultimate goal that need to be reached. And Apideya is the means, that is the way, the activities that we need to do to achieve the goal. That is the Nama Sankirtana, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then 4 basic principles. Those things are the means to achieve him, the ultimate goal of life. So that is the Abhideya.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, I wanted to say that the duration of Kalpa is 72 Chatur Yugas.
Okay.
So the 72 Chatur Yugas, one Chatur Yuga means the 4 Yugas, Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga and Treta. So that is a Chatur Yuga. So 72 Chatur Yugas come, then one Kalpa is done. So like that, the Kalpa is 12 hours of Brahma. So there are 2 Kalpas within a day of Brahma.
Okay. Yeah, it is apart, like we can't understand those calculations, but whatever Rushan Prabhu said is right.
Yes, and it is divided, one Kalpa is divided into 14 Manvantara. So this is the 7th Manvantara and 28th Chatur Yuga. So, and this is the 51st year of Brahma and first day. 51st year's first day. 28th Chatur Yuga and 7th, 7th Manvantara.
Okay.
So if you want to remember, you can remember this.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Asha Mataji, you want to ask any question because the room is going to end? You can quickly ask the question. We will take it up in the main room.
The cheats I am gambling. We are getting cheated. We are getting cheated by so many things minute to minute. Something tells us, buy this, this will make your life perfect. That is a cheating. Right, Prabhu? Let's say that you're driving on the road and you're not looking to buy iPhone 12 or whatever, but there is an advertisement which the banner comes on the roads, and then the desire comes that I only need this and my life will be perfect. So we go and buy, but does the life become perfect? Does it become perfect? It does not. So it is cheating. We are getting cheated. I remember when I saw an advertisement of a mascara once, many years ago. The advertisement was showing that a lady is putting mascara in her eye. So the advertisement was so made that it convinced that unless and until a person is putting mascara in the eyelashes have no meaning. So it's cheating. It's cheating. But better be cheated by Krishna. Better be cheated by Krishna that go ahead and if Krishna cheats, that's what he's saying here. And I'm going to make you read Prabhupada's purport in this. If Krishna cheats, he cheats for the best. Like he cheated Hiranyakashipu. Right? He cheated Hiranyakashipu and he came as Narsimadev. So that is the real meaning. So this is the verse you're asking me, 10.36. I'm also the gambling of cheats. So gambling of cheats. Gambling is not the only thing that people do, playing cards. Gambling means Krishna. What is the real gambling means that you're choosing, making choice of what do you want to be treated with. Okay, but I'm going to request you to read this. 1 second. There are many cheaters. This paragraph. Can you read it?
Yeah, yes, Mataji. There are many kinds of cheaters all over the universe. Of all cheating processes, gambling stands supreme and therefore represents Krishna. As the Supreme Krishna can be more deceitful than any mere man. If Krishna chooses to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in his decade. His greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. Hare
Yes.
Krishna Mataji. Yeah, it's clear now. Thank you.
You understand what Prabhupada is trying to say. That better to be cheated by Krishna than getting cheated by so many things. We are actually, when you chant Hare Krishna, we understand that I am getting cheated by so many things, by my own mind. First cheating comes from there. So gambling also means that we do a risky action. That's what I was trying to say. Risk an action on the hope that I'm going to get a good reaction. Better to do it for Krishna. Better gamble for Krishna. I'll tell you one pastime. ISKCON Vrindavan. Okay, ISKCON Vrindavan, the land. The land was one person from East India. I don't remember whether it was Assam or which part of the country. But one person promised Prabhupada that I'm going to give you this land in Raman Reti and you can use it. I'm going to donate it to Swami Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, the disciples of Prabhupada were asking him that Prabhupada is asking for the deed to be transferred so that we can build temple. Prabhupada wants to build a temple on that land. But the person was not doing. So many reminders were sent. He was not doing. The devotees came to know that now he has a greed in the heart that he actually wants to sell the land rather than donating. But you have promised to Acharya. If somebody breaks a promise to Acharya, then they fall down. They cannot get Krishna in any lifetime. Krishna becomes unavailable. So for his own good, Prabhupada told them, his disciples, to go and talk to him. So they kept telling, oh, the land is in the name of my wife, and my wife is gone to her mother's house in different state. She has to come back to sign the deed because there's no fax machine at that time, right?
Yeah.
But one day they circled one disciple of Prabhupada, American disciple in Vrindavan. So this person, the husband of this lady whose name the land was, and the devotees, they sat together. The one more person from Vrindavan, this particular person, his wife and this devotee, they called him over and they said, listen, you have been asking us for land for a long time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you this bowl full of chits, the name chits, the paper folds. And if you pick up a chit and it says Swami Prabhupada, then the land is yours. And if the paper says somebody else, then the land is not yours. The devotee said that this is gambling. I'm taking a risk, and my guru has said no gambling. So he said, but this is what you have. This is the moment. If you don't do it, then we are not going to give you the land. Then it's a done deal. And there is no phone at that time. Okay, he cannot just call Srila Prabhupada on a cell phone and talk and take his opinion. So he's kind of surrounded. So he takes Krishna's name and he picks up the chit from so many chits. And Prabhupada's name come and he is given the land. So he tells this to Prabhupada later, and Prabhupada said, that's all right, you were risking for Krishna, that's all right. And already Radharani had decided that we are going to get that. So that is the gambling in devotional service. Okay.
Nice.
Hare Krishna.
Very clear, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kumar Sarvesh Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It is said in the Gita that among men, Krishna is the monarch, but not all monarchs have been good for the people in the history. So,
well, if the monarch is not good, then there's a monarch in the meaning only. You see, we cannot just the meaning of the monarch is the head of a state or queen or king, right? If the king is not good, is not having the interest of the subordinates in mind, then he is a king in the name only. That is actually an insult. Like for example, Prabhu, somebody says I'm a doctor or I'm an engineer, but you ask them a question and they have no idea and they don't know and they have never studied these books, they have never practiced, then that person is the engineer or doctor in name only, right? That's a name only. There's a label only on the head, but they're really not that. So we have to understand, let's say Kshatriya, he's telling Arjuna, fight because you're a Kshatriya. If you will not fight, then you're a Kshatriya in name only. You're not really a Kshatriya. So we have to live the designation, not just, label ourselves with one designation. Okay?
Okay, got it. Thank you, Mata.
Usha Kamat Mataji. And then Kalavati Mataji, Siddha Mataji, Kartik Prabhu, any question left unanswered?
I'll wait for the participant to be over,
No,
Mataji, then I'll ask the question.
Okay. Thank you, Kalavati Mataji. Yes.
Mataji, Asha Mataji had one question, but breakout room ended before that.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask her. Yes, Usha Kamat Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. Your explanations are so engaging and inspiring and thought-provoking. I have two very basic questions, Mataji. One is, Lord Krishna created everything and everyone. Who or how was Krishna created?
Okay, he just answered his own question in this chapter. He answered this, that don't try to look for my cause because I'm beginningless. So that is what Prabhupada, this question is also very commonly asked because we are conditioned, this is the conditioning, Mataji, by the thought that everything has an origin. He said, he who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as Supreme Lord of all the worlds, he undiluted among men is freed from all sins. So we go on looking for cause of Krishna, but Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Anadir Adir Govinda. Brahma praised in to Krishna and Brahma Samhita. First verse. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Why don't I pull up that prayer? Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So Krishna. So we only have 5th chapter of Brahma Samhita available. So Mataji, this is the verse I'm saying. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda. He's the cause of everything, but he has no cause. Sarva Karana Karanam. Mataji, please read this.
Okay, so we just accept that, he created everything, but we cannot question who created him. We just have to accept that he is.
Just word, Joanna, when you say just accept means that you are still not satisfied. So
no,
please,
without any doubt, we should accept him that he is.
Yes, so he says here, he's the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he's the prime cause of all causes. So he has no other origin.
Okay. Yeah, that makes it very clear. And my second question, Mataji, is Krishna is the Almighty. Now, did all the gods and demigods accept his supreme position? Did none of them compete or contest this position like it happens in our world?
If they're going to compete for his position, then they will be called as Asura or demons.
Okay.
The very reason that they're called demigods is because they're devotees. Devotee means surrendering in love. Okay.
Mataji, can I add one thing, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, for someone to first compete, they should be first equal. But he does not have anyone equal or above. So when there is no one equal, how can someone compete with him?
No, but not everybody knew his supremacy, no? He himself says, not other than Arjuna, to whom he is now talking about all his glories, the others knew that he existed at that time, but not that he was the supreme Godhead.
But they did not know because they did not want to know. Why?
Okay.
Brahma tells in Premanjana Shurita Bhakti Vilochanena Shanta Sadeva Hidayeshu Vilokayanti Premanjana. So this is the example Brahma gives. I have experience. I don't know if you have experience, but Prabhupada also says, when we see two people are in love with each other, sometimes we wonder, what do they see in each other? Right? But they see so much in each other. Why? Because their eyes are anointed with love for each other. Their eyes are an ointment. The kajal, some ladies put kajal in their eyes to beautify their eyes. Like that, the eyes of a devotee is having that mascara or kajal of love. So Prema Anjana. Anjana means that surma or kajal. Shuri Bhakti Vilochanena, the eyes of a devotee are decorated or anointed with the love for Krishna, so they can see Krishna as who he is. But other people did not see him. Why? Because they did not have love for Krishna in the heart.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Manisha, Sachin, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Mataji. In one of the opulences senses, Krishna is the mind. Yeah, and but we learned in chapter 6 that mind is will give us instructions, first instructor, and will give us random thoughts. Then intelligence kicks in and gives us the good command. And mind is our best friend only if it is a conquered mind. Otherwise, it can be our greatest enemy. So in this context, how is Krishna the mind?
Yes, very good question. So, why is the question comes down to a basic level that why is mind restless? How did it acquire the property of restlessness? If the real quality of a living entity is sakshaktam, avikariktam, shantitvam, iti chetasaha. If the real quality of a living entity is that that it is unruffled, like water in a still river is unruffled, is unagitated, unruffled, eternal, and pure, then how did it get to it? How did the mind get so? How did it get impure at the first place? So origin goes back to the agitation of the mind started when we stopped the mind, when we deviated the mind from the object of its original meditation. That is how the mind actually started becoming uncontrolled. Um, for example, let's say I'll give you example. I'll try to give you example. This is not Prabhupada's example, so may not be perfect, and let me know if it is not. That the mother and father, I'm sorry, the father and son. So father and son have a very nice relationship. You know, they are they take care of each other, and whatever activities are there, they are very nicely doing it. But what happens if the father becomes very controlling? The same child who was very subordinate and surrendered will now have different feelings for the same father, right?
Yeah.
So, like that, when a living entity desires something other than Krishna, the mind also gets agitated with that, because now we have taken away the object of meditation of the mind. The property of the mind is to meditate, right? We are meditating every single moment on the problems of our life. We are meditating. Now I have to cook. Now I have to do this, and after this. Oh, bills are there. Oh my God, if I may not get sick. So many objects are there of meditation. Krishna consciousness means just change the object of meditation. So that is why mind becomes very uncontrolled and unruffled from the beginning. So when we bring the mind back to its object of meditation, then the mind becomes controlled. So when he says, I am the senses, I am the mind, he represents this mind where the mind has the property of meditating on Krishna. So I am actually going to make you read one of the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam where this is described, what I'm saying. So here you go. This is third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 26th chapter, verse 23 and 24. Mahat Tattvad Vikurnavad, Bhagavad Virya Sambhavat, Kriya Shaktir Ahankara, Srividha Sampadayata, Vaikaryaste Jayascha, Tamasascha Yato Bhava, Manascha Indriyanam Cha, Bhutanam Mahat Api. So Mataji, let's read what Prabhupada is saying.
The material ego springs up from the Mahatattva, which evolved from the Lord's own energy. The material ego is endowed predominantly with active power of three kinds: good, passionate, and ignorant. It is from these three types of material ego that the mind, the senses of perception, the organs of action, and the gross elements evolve.
Okay, so this material mind evolution or origin of the mind from material ego. This is described how mind came into action. And in the same chapter, it is right, that the object of meditation of the mind is Aniruddha, the Aniruddha form of Krishna. Okay, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Simmi Mataji, and then Mataji, you can tell me.
Okay, Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 10.1. You showed a picture of I think Shri Krishna sleeping, and you have not. What is that? That picture, the 10.1 picture. Yeah, this one.
This is Duryodhana and Arjuna sitting, and
Okay.
Krishna was sleeping, and then they came to ask benedictions from Krishna. Duryodhana was sitting on the head, and Arjuna was sitting on the foot, and even though Duryodhana came first, but when Krishna woke up, he saw Arjuna first, so he said, okay, you ask me what you want.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Sita Mataji.
It's from Vasanta Mataji. I don't think so. Her audio is connected again, but her question was, why is chapter 10 called Vibhuti Yoga? So I didn't want to give her the wrong answer, but my understanding is Vibhuti is talking about the opulence of Krishna. And because, there is no beginning of Krishna, he is the origin. That's why he's talking about himself, about, that nobody knows him. That's why he's talking about all his opulences. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right. So Vibhuti means opulence. And Vibhuti Yoga means meditating on the opulence in connection with Krishna. So he's talking about his opulences, right? Among the men, I am monarch. Among the sacrifices, I am japa. These are his opulences. These are his, like, for example, if some human being have to talk about their vibhutis or their opulences, they will say, okay, my bank balance is this much, my education is this much, my family has, my children are this qualified. These are the opulences they have, right? Like that, Krishna is talking about his opulences, which are unmatched. And because it is in connection with Krishna, the word yoga is used.
Thank you, Mataji. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to answer her without knowing properly. That's all.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Okay, Vibha, any other question?
No, Mataji. Somebody, Richiri's Mataji has raised her hand.
Rachuri Prabhu. Yes.
Rachuri, yeah.
Mataji, my question are two questions. Somebody was asking, was there no competition for Krishna? Was there no competition for Krishna? Are you not able to hear me?
No, I'm able to hear you, but it's a little far away. But you're saying that there is no competitor for Krishna. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, was there no competitor for Krishna?
The Kartik Prabhu explained it so nicely. Now, if we have to have competitor, we at least have to be on the same level. I can compete with a NASA scientist because I'm not even qualified in the science of whatever they're studying. So how can I compete?
Correct. But in one of the, I don't know where it is, Krishna is supposed to be the Upendra of Lord Indra. That is why we have a chant in the Kesha Namas Upendra also.
Yes, he says in this chapter also.
Yeah, and Indra was always competing with Krishna, thinking he is better than Krishna.
That is a material understanding of the pastime. That is why we must understand these pastimes from a pure devotee. Okay, Krishna does not need to spend so much time. When Govardhan Lila happened, what Krishna stopped the sacrifice to Indra. Krishna said, "Need to worship Indra, worship me, or worship Govardhan hill." Right? That's what he said. So Indra got mad, and he sent Samvartaka cloud. Samvartaka cloud is the cloud which is used at the time of devastation. But he sent that cloud to out of his proud, and Krishna himself took it took it to protect the Vrindavan Vasis, the residents of Vrindavan. So he lifted the Govardhan hill on his left fifth finger, left pinky, for 7 days straight. He didn't have to do it. Krishna can just revert what Indra did. Krishna does not need to, do this drama of Indra continue for 7 days. Krishna can just will. It will stop. Krishna is so powerful. But why did he let it go on for 7 days? Why? Because Indra in the heart is a devotee of Krishna. So the devotee, Krishna takes care. He knows that he has to remove what he has to remove, what we need to get rid of to become more Krishna conscious. So then Indra comes finally and surrenders to Krishna and prays. He prays that I am sorry, I was overtaken by my position, by my opulence. Now I surrender unto you. So that is victory for Krishna, that a devotee is coming back. Just stopping. But for demons, other demons were coming. So many demons were coming. Putana came, Aghasura came, Bakasura came, Vatsasura came. So many demons were coming. Krishna was not taking his time. Krishna was just killing him. Okay, you have come, tak, kill, 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 kill. He was not making them a devotee because they were not willing to be his devotees. Okay, these are very intricate pastimes which have to be understood from a pure devotee of Krishna. Prabhupada explains like that. Krishna took so much trouble to break Indra's pride because he knows that behind the pride is a bright shining devotee. But for killing his demons, the demons sent by Kansa, Krishna did not take any trouble. Krishna, he just started just killed, right?
It's quite right. Can I ask another question? I wanted to know something because you say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a avatar of Krishna or an embodiment of Krishna?
Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Karuna avatar of Krishna, is the merciful incarnation of Krishna. Like we are reading Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, I'm God. So many times he's saying, right, I'm God. Surrender unto me, you belong to me, just surrender unto me, just come to me. So he sounds like very authoritative in that. But when he said like that, hardly anybody was surrendering. So Mahaprabhu, he said, then he incarnated himself again to claim all the fallen souls as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to give them love for Krishna. That is very rare actually, to give love for Krishna so they can go back to Krishna out of love and not out of the surrender of authority. So yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Karuna Avataram, Ajama Lambito Kanaka Vadatam, Ajama Lambito Bhujo Kanaka Vadatam, Sankirtane Kapitaro Kamalayaksham, Vishwambharo Dvijabharo. I'm forgetting the last two, but it is described. We can send you the references of Mahaprabhu as being incarnation of Krishna. But it's Chinavatar. Chinavatar means hidden avatar because he came as a devotee to preach Krishna consciousness.